The factory that received royal blessings forms part of the King's program of building factory shells across the country, where workers will have to travel short distances from their respective homes to work. His Majesty the King handed over the factory shell to Infinity Needs, a Taiwan socks manufacturing company based in the Republic of South Africa. The company produces high-quality socks, and it has invested 15 million emalangeni to fund the factory. The project has created 600 new jobs at initial phase, and more jobs will be created as operations continue. Upon touring the facility, His Majesty the King spoke approvingly of the quality of socks produced.
Bantwana besikolo nje nasebaye esikolweni awusekude kuhlupheka lamasokisi lalapha lamanye nami ngisengakhetha nje ngathi hayi sengidawuhamba nawo lamasokisi lawa ngileli khono ngase ngithi awu lo sengibonile ifactory sengidawuze ngisahluphekelani kuya ingcenye ngiyofuna emasokisi sengiyabo kwathi nje uzawu nangidzinga emphe emasokisi angithumele lapha abantu ongakhele emasokisi lami ngakhelwe ngini ngoba nami nanginyathela ngiva awu ngigqoke emasokisi akahlathi ngiyawuhlala ngikhumbula hlathi.
His Majesty said his tour in Hlatikulu was in line with a promise to intensify job creation efforts which he made at the King's birthday ceremony. His Majesty called for the funding of development programs in towns as a means to open opportunities to elevate the welfare of the nation.
Lesikujabulela ukuthi ke kuhlanganisa imisebenzi lenjena ide la kahlathi kusho ukuthi live nalibona kukuhle ku-investor kahlathi kusigaba sekuthi sifisa sive sala kahlathi sibe nenhlala kahle lenhle sijabule kube kuhle na uhlanganisa nje lemisebenzi namuhla kuthi lena over 100 million bese naloya le ka Shoprite over 60 million so ihlanganisa yonke le misebenzi isho kona ukuthi cha live liyaqhubeka liya progressa kakhulu bekunene na seminyakeni lotako ke njoba si investele ngaka kusho ukuthi itaba nyenti nale itawuphinda ikhumjulo ukuthi onke emadolobha lakithi kungaba ngilamakhulu kungaba ngilasakhula emadolobha kube naleyo mali leyo leyakhomithwa ikwathi ukuthi iinveste sive stophila sithole amathuba bekunene.
As the King widened his tour in Hlatikulu, he proceeded to open a new Shoprite supermarket. The supermarket is located in a 38 million emalangeni shopping complex owned by the Speaker in the House of Assembly, businessman Jabulani Mabuza, and businessman Feng He. Local businesswoman Sylvia Mtetwa has invested over 60 million emalangeni towards the Shoprite store that has created over 31 jobs for locals and added to the more than 1,000 people that Shoprite has provided with job opportunities in the country. The director made use of the event to present His Majesty with a belated birthday gift. The establishment has opened business opportunities for small businesses, as the Shoprite Group is committed to supporting businesses owned by Eswatini. Most products that include meat and vegetables are sourced from businesses owned by Eswatini, especially in the agriculture sector. His Majesty encouraged local communities to tap into such opportunities.
Tekulima ntona kakhulu lesingaqala khona njoba lapha nje sila kuletitolo badzinga imikhiqido letawukhiqidwa lakhaya bangabe solo balanza bayokwenzela ngaphandle kuleli bathole konke ukuthi i supply ila kusho ukuthi lokho ke kunikete mathuba kwananani esigabeni sokutheni yonke lemikhiqido lela esitolo ibonalise ukuthi ngemakhaya avele athatha sigaba sewe ukuthi kube ngibo labahamba embili ukhiqida babuye basupply letitolo ebekunene.
His Majesty says the communities of Hlatikulu should approach the Shiselweni Regional Administration offices to forward suggestions and ideas on how best they can be assisted to start projects that will improve their welfare. His Majesty has promised to act on every recommendation. Reporting for Eswatini TV, I'm Sandile Makanya with Themba Mamba in Hlatikulu.
The Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization have launched two strategic plans called the Essential Healthcare Package Strategy and the Human Resource Health Strategic Plan. The Minister of Health, the Honorable Mduduzi Matsebula, says for the ministry to deliver high-quality service, they need to establish initiatives and strategies that will address the gaps in the health sector, such as a shortage of healthcare workers.
The Minister for Health, Mduduzi Matsebula, says in efforts to make a resilient healthcare sector and to provide sufficient healthcare workforce, the ministry launched a strategy plan which aligns with efficient and effective service delivery before 2030.
The successful implementation of this strategy requires active participation from all stakeholders. We call upon the following stakeholders. Government, we must commit to providing the necessary policy frameworks, funding, and oversight to support our health workforce. Educational institutions. Our universities and training centers should enhance curricula, expand intake capacities, and produce graduates who are ready to meet the diverse needs of our health system. We encourage health facilities to create supportive work environments that foster professional growth, job satisfaction, and retention. Communities. The community's role in advocating for and supporting health workers is invaluable.
WHO representative Dr. Susan Tembo says it gives her so much joy that the healthcare is establishing initiatives that have great potential to address the shortcomings in the health sector.
This document we are launching today will serve as a critical tool for health workers, policymakers, and health service beneficiaries. It will also ensure that all stakeholders are well informed about the key health conditions requiring attention in Eswatini.
The relationship between the Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization has contributed to several initiatives and strategies, including the Health Labor Market Analysis Report of 2023 and the National Health Sector Strategic Plan of 2024-2028. Reporting is Setable Mamba with Sondomlangeni, Mountain View.
In the same breath, the Ministry of Health is worried as a number of skilled labor leaves the country to work in other countries. Now, this was said by the Principal Human Resource Officer at the Ministry of Health, Tipo Makama. She says these affects the ministries effectively in their course of work. Hence, the launch of the Human Resource for Health strategy that will close the workforce gap. The Kingdom of Eswatini has officially launched the National Workplace Wellness Policy. Speaking at the launch, the Acting Minister of Labour and Social Security, the Honourable Blala Masego, says that a safe and healthy working environment is a fundamental principle in the right at work. The policy was launched during a joint commemoration of the National Workplace Wellness Policy launch and the World Day for Safety and Health at Work held at Eswatini. Eswatini Television's Sontom Langeni has more on that story.
The Kingdom of Eswatini has launched its National Workplace Wellness Policy during the commemoration of the World Day for Safety and Health at Work. Speaking at the launch, the Acting Minister of Labour and Social Security says that workplace wellness is a crucial pillar in the broader agenda of ensuring safe and healthy working environments.
A safe and healthy working environment is not a privilege, but it is a fundamental human right. This right demands a proactive safety and health culture in which it is deeply respected, and where government, employers, and workers engage as equal partners in creating workplaces that are secure and empowering.
The International Labour Organization, ILO, representative Simpiwe Mapele, says that the ILO fully supports the country in this important initiative.
AI and digitalization offer powerful tools to enhance occupational safety and health. Automation and smart monitoring systems can reduce hazardous exposures. They can prevent injuries, and they can improve overall working conditions.
Funwago Dlamini, representing the Ministry of Health, expressed the ministry's commitment to collaborate with the Ministry of Labour in promoting wellness and ensuring workplace safety.
This working environment can have a huge bearing on your health. It is important to understand this because as the legislation pertaining to safety and health evolved, so did its emphasis. It moved from one of the working conditions to one of safety and is now focusing on occupational health.
Business Eswatini's CEO, Inathi Dlamini, representing the private sector, says that the role of technology, especially artificial intelligence, has a potential to prevent workplace accidents.
AI-powered sensors and digital twins now monitor industrial machinery in real time to detect signs of fatigue or wear, preventing accidents through predictive maintenance. In the oil and gas sector, for instance, companies like BP and Shell are using wearable devices.
The policy was launched as the country commemorated World Day for Safety and Health at Work, which aligns with Sustainable Development Goal number 8, which speaks to decent work. Reporting Sondomlangeni, Themba Shabangu, and Sitabile Mamba, Ezulwini.
The India High Commissioner to Eswatini supported local audiovisual and entertainment personnel to attend the World Audiovisual and Entertainment Summit to be held in India from the 1st to the 4th of May 2025. Expressing words of gratitude to the High Commissioner, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Senator Polile Shakantu, said this will present Eswatini working in these fields with the opportunity to learn and forge partnerships with international organizations and companies, showcase our culture and talent, as well as gain knowledge in new technology. The Honorable Minister also revealed that locally produced film Bakangwane will be premiered at the summit.
Kubonga nje kakhulu naye uhulumende wase-India ukuthi asiniketele lithuba ngoba le summit itaba yekuqala sethembe ukuthi nayichubeka kulomnyaka lotako sitawukhona ukuthi kuhambe even igroup lenkundlwanyana.
We are very grateful to the government of India for this support, as this summit is a first of its kind. We will be sending a few people, and hopefully, in the second edition next year, we will be able to send a bigger group that will include other sectors such as arts and culture, commerce, and other government ministries. We hope the group that will represent us in this year's summit will gain the much-needed knowledge, as they will have the opportunity to network with their counterparts. At the event, there will also be program financiers in the media space, whom we will engage as governments to see if we could sign agreements with the aim of enhancing the audiovisual and entertainment area.
Now, giving a background on the summit, the India High Commissioner to Eswatini, N. Ramprasad, had this to say.
There is a lot we can learn from each other. We can also learn from Eswatini and vice versa. So what this presently the Waves is the first ever summit, bringing together all the media houses, the industry, the film industry, the various technologies that go into this industry from all over the world in one place, so that there can be it can be kind of a melting pot where there is which promotes free exchange and flow of ideas, and how best to derive the synergies and and the best practices of each country.
The Minister for Finance, the Honourable Neil Rickenback, says Eswatini will not implement the proposed 0.5% VAT increase following that South Africa has reached a decision to forego the increase. The Minister for Finance said these when responding to a question on whether Eswatini will increase the VAT following these latest developments.
The House of Assembly has adopted the regulations to increase value-added tax following that South Africa had announced an increase of 0.5% for the current financial year. South Africa has since reversed the decision. The Minister for Finance, Honourable Neil Rickenback, explained what these latest developments mean for Eswatini's proposed 0.5% VAT increase.
We've noticed that South Africa has made a decision to not go ahead with a 0.5% increase in the VAT. And in Eswatini, we will follow suit and do our best to do likewise. The House of Assembly has passed the regulations, increasing with 0.5%. But until the regulations have passed Senate, we cannot implement it. And so we will, even though we'll be tabling the regulations at Senate, because there are other elements in the regulations that we'll need to pass, we'll be speaking to Senate, which we've already been doing, and asking Senate to withdraw the 0.5% from the regulations, meaning that if it goes through Senate, that one cannot apply the 0.5% VAT in Eswatini, because if we do put 0.5% and South Africa does not, as it would have been chaos the other way around, this way around it will be chaos too. And so as a country, we no longer want to pursue the 0.5% VAT. And so with it not being urgent anymore for the 1st of May, even though the regulations will be tabled today, Senate will be considering it and will be in discussions with Senate to remove the 0.5% from the regulations, and then obviously go back to House of Assembly and make a correction there at a later stage so that the other elements of the VAT regulations can still be passed, but this time without the 0.5% on VAT.
The minister had previously explained that Eswatini needed to also increase the VAT as a strategic alignment with South Africa to maintain smooth trade flows given the Lilangeni is pegged to the rand. The Ministry of Finance in South Africa, in its website, stated that the decision to forego the increase follows extensive consultations with political parties and careful consideration of the recommendations of the parliamentary committees. Nelson Dlangamandla, Vuminkosi Nzinisa, Mbabane.
The Umbutho Eswatini Defence Force, the UEDF, has intercepted a truckload of smuggled goods en route to South Africa. Now, according to UEDF Communications Officer Lieutenant Tengetile Kumalo, she says multiple suspects have been arrested as part of the ongoing preparations to combat cross-border crime.
The UEDF troops stationed at Mapiveni checkpoint intercepted a truck that had passed through the Lomahasha border gate. Upon inspection, the troops uncovered a significant quantity of undeclared goods, including 93 boxes of flops, 7,477 boxes of sneakers, soccer boots, pairs of socks, shirts, and trousers. The vehicle was being driven by a 52-year-old man accompanied by a 50-year-old man. Both are Mozambican nationals. The suspect informed authorities that they were en route to Durban, South Africa for delivery. In a separate incident, the UEDF patrols near Lomahasha section base detained a suspect for alleged dagga smuggling. Meanwhile, the UEDF troops patrolling at Mkwakwini area in Lavumisa apprehended a man who is suspected to be in possession of stolen gold. He was turned over to the relevant authorities for further investigation. The Defense Force Commander, General Hulumende Mashiglisane Fagutse, commended the unwavering efforts of UEDF personnel in their continued fight against crime. Reporting Sondomlangeni Babane.
Right, let's segue into the world of business where we take a look at financial indicators to get a sense of how markets fared today in a financial report.
Standard Bank.
Now, sports news, Eswatini TV has signed a memorandum of understanding with the School Sports Association, where the broadcaster will air schools football matches. The agreement was signed by the broadcaster's chief executive officer Mlamuli Dlamini and the president of the School Sports Association Zakhele Myeni. The event was held at the station's offices in Babane.
During the signing of the MOU, present were the management of Eswatini TV, the School Sports Association, the Ministry of Education, the Football Association, and members of the media. Eswatini TV CEO Mlamuli Dlamini said working with schools is something that brings joy and shows the potential of young children.
This partnership is a testament to our commitment to showcasing local talent and providing a platform for the stars of tomorrow to shine. By broadcasting the football matches and other sporting codes, we are not just televising sporting events, we are investing in the dreams and aspirations of these young athletes. We are giving them exposure that they deserve and also inspiring their peers and igniting a nationwide passion for school soccer and other sports.
Meanwhile, the president of the School Sports Association, Zakhele Myeni, said they hope this collaboration will ensure that all participants benefit.
We want to hold into this MOU. We want to make sure that whatever that might come out of this benefits almost everyone. That is the Eswatini TV will of course get content, local content, and us as school sports, the kids will get the mileage that they need. They will be seen in faraway places with which those people wouldn't have seen them in the field of play.
Other speakers included representatives from the Ministry of Education, Lungelo Nhlengetwa, the head of Football Association, Frederick Mkomezulu, and representatives from Instacash, who are the sponsors of the tournament. All welcomed the partnership, saying it will help children and grow sports across the country. The MOU is valid for 1 year and will be renewed if everything goes well. Reporting for Eswatini TV Sports News, I am Patizwe Msibi, Babane.
So we hit the home stretch of the news at 10 at Eswatini TV. Before we go, a quick reminder of our news-making headlines tonight. His Majesty King Mswati III has called for the funding of development programs in towns. The Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization have launched 2 strategic plans called the Essential Healthcare Package Strategy and the Human Resource Healthcare Strategic Plan. And the Kingdom of Eswatini has officially launched the National Workplace Wellness Policy. That's how we come to the conclusion of the news at 10 here at Eswatini TV. Thank you so much for choosing to stay with us. Up next, we cross over to the Weather Center for a detailed weather report from us and the team at Eswatini TV. For now, it is good night and God bless.